Hello, today I'm going to react to Genesis. Well, Phish is playing Genesis at the induction of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. As you can see, I'm wearing a towel. As you can see, I'm in New York City. I am here to see Phish at the Madison Square Garden for the first time over New Year's. They play 4 nights. And because I'm going to do this while blow drying my hair, don't worry, I'm going to mute the microphone so you will only hear the music. This is from my non-tipped request, so I can do whatever I want. So if you don't like that, I'm going to be able to do two things at once, believe it or not. That's how women have survived centuries, raising children while not, being able to cook and gather, hunter-gatherer status, cook dinner, raise children, be a wife. We can also do beauty. That's what women have done throughout centuries. Just look at the paintings from ancient Egypt and all the ancient paintings we have. Women were always doing beauty. They talk about beauty in the Bible, women piercing their ears and adorning themselves. And just look at like brides in India and they do all the henna. Okay, like beauty is just part of being a woman. Men generally appreciate it. Unfortunately, you don't see the behind the scenes of what it goes through to obtain that beauty. But I will be watching my favorite band, Phish, play Genesis, which I reacted to once. I reacted to the Firth of Fifth, whatever that is, from the England, Selling England by the Pound, where I was yawning. I can assure you today I'm not yawning. I just had a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I'm in New York City. I brought my Yoshi. Where is he? He's like hidden. He's here. There he is. And then afterwards I'm going to talk about it. Maybe I'll type with one hand, but I will keep the hair dryer muted. You will not hear it. This is my Elsa brush. Frozen, let it go, can't hold it back anymore. It was my daughter's, and then she got too cool for Disney. So anyway, without further ado, let's hear this Watcher of the Skies Genesis. And honestly, I think I can make this a little bigger, and I will type if I want to type. I can type if I want to. I can leave my friends behind, because if your friends don't dance it, okay, I promise you will not hear the blow dryer. You will see me listening to my favorite band play one of the best bands ever, Genesis. Let's go. Great deal. Let's turn this up for my AirPods. There we go.
Raising his eyes, beholds a planet unknown. creatures shaped this planet's soil. Now their reign has come to end. Has life again destroyed life? Do they play elsewhere? Do they know more than their childhood games? Maybe the lizard shed its tail. This is the end of man's long union with earth. Judge not this race by its remains. Do you judge God by his creatures when they're dead? For now the lizard shed its tail. This is the end of man's long union with earth. From life alone to life as one. Think not now your journey's done. For though your ship be sturdy, no mercy has the sea. Will you survive on the ocean of being? Come, ancient children, hear what I say. This is my parting counsel for you on your way. Sadly, now your thoughts turn to the stars. Where you've gone, you know you never can go. Watcher of the skies, watcher of all. This is your fate. Alone, this fate is your own.
Wow, that was so good. Whoa, that's very different than Phish doesn't usually play exactly like that. So I thought they did a good job. I've never heard the original, but I think I have a good idea of how it would sound. Um, I loved it. I think the organ was really important in this, and I think Paige did a really good job on that. There was definitely a lot of interesting rhythms in this song. I think this pushed Trey vocally a bit because he's not known for having the best voice, but that's okay. We love him. It's not about him having a good voice. It's about him being himself. I think, like unequivocally him. So definitely on the high notes, you could hear Trey kind of like knowing it's out of his range, and in fact, he kind of did this thing where he pulled himself away from the microphone a bit because I think he knew he would overpower it or crack on the note a bit. So he kind of like went away from the mic. It's actually a pretty good vocal technique because you don't want to overload the mic. Because sometimes you have to push a lot of air on those high notes, and he didn't want to overdo the mic there. Paige's harmonies were really important on the vocals when he would sing, and I think Paige has a good voice. I always like Paige's voice. It's funny, they didn't show Fishman for like a really long time, and then they finally showed him. And also, Phish rarely ever wears suits. Maybe once in a while for like a New Year's show or something. That's like a part of a shtick. But to see them all dressed up is so interesting. But that's just how respectful they were. And then they were showing all these celebrities in the audience. I didn't recognize everybody, but I was like, oh my God, that's Meryl Streep, you know? This looks like, what, 5 years ago? But this was probably from, 2010. Okay, so we're talking like 15 years ago from today, which makes sense because today this band is 60 years old. And yeah, these guys were looking a lot younger here when they recorded this. So I like it. And Genesis has some interesting chord progression, some harmony. They kind of are in an interesting key center or sometimes like lack thereof, where it's not atonal, but it's like it's just kind of lives in its own space. And I like it. It's very unique. It's interesting. And I could see how Genesis is an important influence on Phish, just because I know a lot of Phish's music. But I do like the droney organ throughout that gives it kind of that prog rock feel. Yeah, see, that organ's so important there, just being in the background the whole time. Mike's bass was great. He was just on top of it.
Maybe judge not this race by.
And Fishman's an amazing drummer. He's just trying to stay true to the song, I think.
This is my party council for you on your way.
Even just the rhythm of that. This is my party council. Ba-da-ba-da. That's a really hard rhythm to sing. I thought the rhythms of the singing were really hard. I thought the vocal melody was a bit incongruent. Like just da-da-da-da-da-da sometimes. Not like to the level that Zappa is, but it's not easy. Like I was like, this is difficult. This would be a difficult song to learn and to perform. It's not like some easy blues melody or something.
Watcher of the skies, watcher of all.
See the rhythm of that? Watcher of the skies, watcher of all.
This is your fate. Alone, this fate is your own.
I love the rhythm of that. That whole interlude, that was crazy. And then I was saying that's kind of like a call and response between the organ and the drum and da-da-da-da-da-da, these rhythms. Chord change, woo! And in sync with the drum there, really nice. Good light coordination, by the way. They have the da-da-da-da-da-da-da, the light flashing at all those important drum beats. Key went up. Build around the epic guitar solo. We all know Trey is one of the best guitarists in the world right now, living at this moment and performing. He's amazing. Yeah, they all had to move together in that dun dun, the bass and the guitar and the drums and the organ. It's really nice. This is great. I love it. I'm so glad I had this on my list. This was a reaction just dropped into my list a long time ago. And this is on my non-tip list that I promise you I will get through sometimes, right? When I have the time. And here was a day when I had the time and I didn't want to dry my hair to a tip unless you guys tell me, Erica, you can put your makeup on, you can blow dry hair, you can apply false eyelashes, you can do anything you want because I love you, okay? If you say that, I'll say, of course, baby. But here's the thing. I love it. And see, it's always worth filling out the form. So remember, this is a great, love it. Phish is amazing. Can't believe I'm seeing them tonight. Oh my God. Remember, if you go to my page and click on this Linktree link and click on request form for reaction videos, YouTube, fill it out, then you can get on this form, okay? If you tip, you go on this side, priority. If you don't tip, you go on this side. However, I just did it and I can just put on makeup and go about my day and everybody's happy. You got a reaction. I got to get ready and I'm not even done. Look, my hair's not even fully dry yet. That's why it's so hard being a woman. I have to look good all the time when I'm like out and about, especially if I'm like at Phish. Like everybody knows me at Phish. Not everybody, but a lot of people know me at Phish and I'm giving out stickers. They're Rainbow Brite. They say Erica Retro Gaming. And this is about, there's a song called Tila from Gamehenge. And Tila, Jewel of Wilson's Foul Domain. And then the line from Tila, really applicable to Rainbow Brite on the horse, is, and she comes to me in this lonely land and looks down from the multi-beast on which she rides like the wind. 250 stickers from Madison Square Garden, 4 nights. If you see me, ask me for a sticker. Hopefully I don't run out. All right, I'll see you all at the next reaction. Please subscribe. Become a member, even better. You can see my videos early. What a gift. What a gift. Okay, we have a lot to do. We got a video about makeup coming up because I got to get my glitter on. I got to get all ready for the show. So that will be another non-tipped request as I put my makeup on. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.